Hello everybody, it is me Darcy. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the podcast, where the time of the week where I sit here with this thing and we just talk a little bit of rubbish or whatever else comes to my mind.
Yeah.
Usually my mind, barely ever his mind. But guys, we are here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah. So Kris, let's get started the way we often do with a bit of channel news.
Okay.
Start us off.
Indeed. So Monday this week, because it being Halloween week, we are releasing a video every day.
Yes.
So there is a few more this week, a little bit more to go through. But Monday was Ghost Tricks.
It was
fun little game where you are playing as someone who just died and has powers.
Ghost Tricks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's a fun one.
We started the week off with a little bit of a chill one. Technically, still a spooky one because it has ghosts in it, but
Exactly.
nice little puzzle game.
Yeah.
Lots of puzzle fun to have.
Yeah, pretty simple puzzles, which is good, except for at the end of that.
Yeah, well, come on. You say, oh, it's a pretty simple puzzle, but I'm not going to lie, going back over the recording and like just going back to the recording, I was like, oh, yeah, we missed a lot of stuff that was probably
what we should have done.
Yes.
Yeah. I figured it'd be something simple, but
it was as often you just were not. You were bad at puzzle games.
Hey, look, you were having trouble as well initially because you were trying to think too.
To be fair,
because I was on the controls, but it was also a joint effort to a degree.
To a degree.
Yes.
However, as I stated with both that one and the Alien one, I wasn't really there to participate in the game.
No.
I was there to be entertaining. Okay?
Fair.
I was there to make comments, not and berate you.
Yes.
Not guide you. But yes, there was a lot missed, basically, and I think that because we missed it, if we had, it was just something that we never even clicked on, and it was kind of like, oh shit. Like, looking back at it, you go, oh fuck, we're dumb. But,
fair.
I will say at the time, it was like the end of the recording. I was kind of sitting there being like, yeah, we got to wrap this shit up. We've been on for too long. Yeah. And at the other point of that was that, so I was kind of like trying to find a good cutoff point, and so I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, fair. That makes sense.
And you are incompetent, so
only to a degree, not completely incompetent. Let's say it as it is.
Right, you're completely incompetent.
No.
You asked me to say it as it is, so we say it as it is.
So you lied immediately. I'm sorry.
No. There was no lie there.
No, I think there was.
Honest truth. But yeah, so we played a little bit of Ghost Tricks.
Yep.
It might pop up again on the channel before next Halloween. Who knows? Hopefully it will. I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
But just a fun little game to start off Halloween week with a little bit of spooky ghost action.
Yeah, indeed.
So that was Monday.
It's pretty straightforward.
A good solid start.
Yes, indeed. Moving on, Tuesday this week, Alien Isolation. So that was the continuation of my playthrough, where, well, that's where the incompetence shows up most.
You are rubbish. We're not even going to lie about that. You are rubbish.
I don't tend to play these types of games.
What do you mean you don't tend to play these types of games? It's survival horror.
Well, the closest thing to survival horror that I tend to play is Phasmo.
You also play, you've played the Outlast games.
No, I haven't.
Wait, I thought you did.
I played a little bit of Outlast Trials.
Okay. Well.
That's all I played.
But anyway, okay, so it's survival horror, yes. But, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
Remember how you died before the alien was even introduced?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, it was sort of introduced.
It wasn't introduced. It wasn't introduced.
It wasn't completely introduced.
Wasn't introduced.
Its tail was.
It wasn't hunting you at the time.
I mean, it sort of was. The music was there.
No, that is because you fucked around for too long. Quite literally. I'm sitting there going, wait, hang on. And you had the headphones on. So I hear this noise and I go, that's the thing arriving. And then you just kind of sat there for even longer and longer and longer and kind of just wandered around doing nothing. And I was like, wait. And then
wait, so when I died, it was there already. I thought it was closed still.
Yeah, well, no, it was there. It was well and truly there.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
It'd been there for ages. That's why because then I heard it and I was like, wait, what's that? And I went, in the background, the alien starts stomping around, and I'm like, oh, you can hear it coming for him, and he's just like, I don't know what's going on. And you're just standing there with a flare in your fucking hand.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that was an accident.
I was like, are you fucking kidding? So you quite literally died. And it wasn't an accident because it was the second time you had done it.
Wait, okay, fair enough then.
You had literally pulled out a flare and just lit it up twice in like a 10-minute span.
Look, in my defense, what had happened there was I was trying to figure out what the torch was. And in doing that, I was pressing every button and it just slipped my mind and I hit it anyway. So it was like, oh, shit.
It was bad.
So it technically was an accident.
It was bad.
It was horrible.
But yeah, so we finally did actually make it to where the alien is introduced after Kris managed to, well, pretty much get killed about 6 times. And a lot of it just came down to basic incompetence.
Yeah.
Not understanding and really, really just not listening.
Yeah.
Which is the reason we gave you headphones in the first place, but you just weren't listening. You were just kind of like...
It's very true, actually.
As I'm sitting there recording, I'm like, wait, they're giving... The people are saying stuff and giving clues. Like, literally, we're coming back to kill, and it's like, and Kris is just standing there being like, I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, that seems right.
And there's literally a point where I'm like, wait, what's that movement up there? And you're like, oh, that's just them. And it's like, right, 10 seconds after they said, like, okay, if we see her, we'll kill her. You're like, oh, yeah, no, they're just up there. And then you get shot, and I'm like, how?
So hear me out. I knew they were up there. I just didn't hear them say that.
They say it very loudly.
Look, remember that thing where I said I wasn't listening?
They say it very loudly.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, so basically, incompetence again. I guess is the best thing we can say.
I can agree with that.
Look,
I do agree with that in this case.
He finally made it to the alien at least. He wasn't killed by the alien once it was properly, once it actually started roaming around doing its thing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't good.
Nah.
Just bad everywhere. Everywhere was bad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
that was Tuesday. So yeah, go watch that masterpiece of incompetence.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Then we went on to Wednesday,
which was our yearly Phasmophobia.
Yeah, we went and did the Halloween Phasmophobia. Yeah. Obviously, there was an event going on, so we partook in that. As you do. It's an event. You take part in it because, of course, you do. It's an event.
I believe I died in all but one of those, or all of them.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember.
I can't put that down to complete incompetence. Like a lot of that was just not finding anything, and all of a sudden
you survived the second one.
Fair, there you go.
No, you definitely died in the second one. You died in the third one. We both died. You died in all of them.
Shit. Okay, so it's when I played it a couple of days later with Nick that I didn't die in all of them.
Yeah. Base. Yeah. No, it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't good.
I lost all.
I'm not gonna lie. There was some things like there was definitely some major miscommunication between the two of us in that game, right? Because I was using the new EMP thing, and I had no idea how to read them. Yes.
Yes.
As I was saying, like I did not know how to read that EMF.
I thought it was simple enough to read, to be honest.
No, because I was looking at the numbers popping up, being like, okay, well, what are these numbers for? And then it's like,
fair enough.
And then I'm looking at the bars and being like, okay, well, hang on, what's going on? And eventually I did realize that it was
showing you how
the bars and the distance.
Yes.
But, like, I'm not going to lie.
Yep.
I think it might be the worst level 3 piece of equipment there is. Because instead of being super clear and super accurate, it's just like, but you get multiple EMF readings. It's like, that shouldn't matter. That really shouldn't matter. I shouldn't need multiple EMF readings.
So what each EMF reading has, it's linked to something the ghost did. So if you're trying to look for fingerprints, it shows a particular, I think it's an EMF 2.
Okay, here's my counter to that point, right? Because I understand what you're saying there. I just think it's stupid. Because basically, it should be the last thing the ghost did is what your EMF reads. So
that's just the
top option. If I'm walking around with an EMF, like just a normal one, in like the tier 2 one, and it goes 3 because it was a level 3 activity, and then the ghost does something that's level 5, the 3 should immediately become a 5.
I think the only advantage to the tier 3 one is it's reading everything around, whereas the tier 2 one is somewhat directional. So you're seeing what's in front of you. Maybe. So it might do something. It might do the tier 5 thing behind you, but a tier 2 thing in front. But it'll only show the tier 2 because that's what you're pointing at. Whereas the other one will be like, it's done a tier 2 thing behind you.
I don't tier like 5 it. Thing. I wish it was a lot. Like I wish, and like it actually becomes even more useless than the tier 2 one because you can't read it on cameras and stuff.
Oh yeah, because of the lights. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah.
Well, it's just unless it's sitting in front of the camera, so it's the only thing the camera can see. You can't see it. Whereas in the other one, it flashes colors, and you can see what colors are flashing, and you can be like, "Oh, that flashed red. That's a 5."
Yeah.
So anyway, to a long story short, I did not know how to read that in one of the hunts we did.
Yeah.
And the very first reading I got was a 5, but it popped up 2, and I went, "Oh, that's a level 2."
Where it was just saying it was 2 meters away in that direction.
Yes.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, I see the miscommunication.
Then there was another point where I had the EMF level, and I was running around, and it was like pointing me to, and I was actually reading it properly this time because I was chasing the distance.
Yeah.
But it would be like stepping one direction would change me from like 2 meters to half a meter away from it.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
I was like, what the fuck's going on? So I'd be like, okay, it's this way. No, now I'm 2 meters away. Okay, it's it. No, now I'm, it's 0.7 meters away in the opposite direction. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on?
That's why I sort of just like pay attention to where I'm standing initially, and like I did something over there.
Yeah, it was. Look,
yeah,
I think the EMF level 3 isn't all it's cracked up to be. It needs to. I think it needs some adjustments.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
Another thing that was just super funny, like I found it so fucking funny when I was recording it. I knew I fucked up when we were playing.
Yeah.
But I did a temperature reading.
Yeah.
And you're like, what does the temperature reading say? And I never looked at it, so I just made up numbers. I think I said to you it was like negative 2.1 or something like that, when it was like negative 6.2.
Fuck. Okay.
And I was like, like, what was the reading? I was like,
at least you got the negative.
I was like, I just went negative 2.1 or something like that. And you're like, so it's freezing temperatures. I went, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't actually remember the numbers.
The numbers didn't matter as long as the negative was in front of it.
And I was just like, I'm like, the thing in the recording, I'm like, okay, so let's actually see what those numbers were. And it's like negative 6.2. And I'm like, I was nowhere close.
All we need is a negative.
I was like, wow. Just wow.
Yeah, no,
that was a level. That was a level.
It was a bit far off, but we still got what we needed.
Oh yeah,
that's the point.
But it was just so funny because I knew it was coming up. I was like, I know this isn't good, and I did it, and I'm just like, and it pops up 6, and I'm like, oh shit, because like then like about 3 seconds later, I'm like, look, it was negative 2.1, and I'm just making it up.
God damn it!
I'm just making it up.
I should expect nothing less.
It was just like,
damn.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Look, it was good. It's always nice to go back to Phasmophobia. It's one of those games where, it's fun for a short amount of time. Yeah,
that's why I just play it every so often. And I've played it a few more times this year because they've changed 2 of the maps.
Yeah.
So
I think I've said this before, but it's one of those games where the real only thing that you can do to keep people coming back is either make new maps or update the maps.
Yes. Yeah.
Make new ghosts, and that's really it.
Yeah, pretty much.
However, making new ghosts, I think, isn't something they should focus on because I don't think they have the current lot of ghosts tweaked perfectly just yet.
They are better than they used to be. That's
I will say that they are better.
They're
definitely better than they used
I'm
to
definitely be. Getting through more and going, well, it's doing this, so it should be this, and then it turns out to be that. So I am seeing that happen a bit more,
which is good because that's kind of what it should be doing. Like the description of the ghost should be more than just flavor text. It should be actually how the ghost acts and reacts. And
well, when you go into the professional tier, that's how you actually have to judge what the ghost is because you only get one piece of evidence.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. But I've also said it many times, and I do wholeheartedly believe this. I don't think the way the ghosts acts, are clear enough for that to be reliable.
No, that's fair.
I think there's still a lot of stuff where it's like, nah.
Yeah.
And like even when you have even when you've got two pieces of evidence, right? We've had many times where we're like, okay, hang on, we got these two pieces of evidence, and the last piece, like how many times when we were playing in the past was it like the last piece was EMF 5, and we was literally standing there with the EMF for so long. We had the EMF when it killed me, and it was only level 4. And it's like,
yeah, when it's hunting, it should be at 5. That is,
if it's gonna be a 5, it should be a 5 then.
Yes.
But yes, so I don't know. As I said, it is a fun game. I do enjoy it. It's just, it's one of those games where I think it still has a lot of flaws, and I think one of my biggest things is like, it's a 5-year-old game now, and they keep doing stuff that's like, oh, come do this event, and you're like, okay, fun, yeah, okay, we'll go do the event, and they go, oh, we're doing this and we're doing that, but I still think there's a few things they just haven't fixed up from the beginning,
which is fair.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
And it's like, I really wish they would really, pretty much. That's it. I just really wish that they would kind of get that sorted.
Focus on that first, yeah.
Because I just think that when the main gameplay loop is what's the frustrating thing. Yeah. All these extra changes, like, oh, adding a tier system for equipment and stuff doesn't really matter if the ghosts aren't. If they're not doing gameplay, if the gameplay isn't 100% locked in, and I just sometimes feel like that. Like,
well, like I think it was
the third hunt. It was the third hunt where you went, it's got to be this because it found me when I was hiding. Now,
it should have been the danger.
It could just be you were rubbish at hiding. I think you were hiding with your like light on and everything, so you didn't even like turn off your light.
That may have been an accident. I did, yes.
But like again,
normally I do
that action was went. Oh well, I was in a hiding place. This is the only one that can immediately find you in a hiding place. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
This that, and it was like, it wasn't even close.
Well, another one. I can't remember if it was with you or Nick, but we found it in a first piece of evidence, like upstairs. So we're like, yep, cool. We found a piece of evidence, sweet. But then we were like, okay, but everything's happening in the garage. Why? So
that was the third one with me.
So okay,
there was I was standing at the stairs and got a shoe thrown at me. Then everything was kind of happening in that kind of front hallway, which is part of the hallway, yes, but it's not part of the garage.
Well, that's in a separate room.
It's 2 rooms away, and it was like everything was happening there, and then it was in the garage. And we were like, wait. And I was confused because I was like, wait, hang on. And it's like, oh.
So I think I started saying, oh, it's got to be the twins, because if you're getting things happening in 2 locations, it's like, yeah, that makes sense to be the twins, because you can hear them in both places, or see them in both places. But,
but it wasn't. It was just a djinn. And I was like, okay, like, as I said, there's a few things where I'm just still like about it, but either way,
I would have accepted a mimic there, to be honest. That would have made sense. But yeah, for it to be a djinn, that's a bit too much.
Look, it as I said, it is a fun game, and I do enjoy playing it, and it is one of those games where you can get in there and play it with your friends. But I think there's a lot of those out there that, like, they were designed and being like, haha, you can play it online with random strangers. And you're like, you don't ever want to play it online with random strangers. No. Among Us, you don't want to play online with random strangers. Not really.
Well, not unless you've got a couple of friends there.
Yeah, you still need friends.
At which point, that's fine.
You still need friends. But it is better when everyone in the game is, when you're a whole group.
Well, yeah.
Dead by Daylight. Yeah. Again,
that friends.
Great if you're playing with your friends. Terrible if you're playing with randoms online.
Yeah, I don't mind if one person is a random in that case, but you've got to have most of your friends.
Yeah. And Phasmo, again, friends. And I understand that they've like gone like, oh, we're building a thing for like radio communication and stuff like that. It's like, but you're never going to do that if you're playing with your friends, because you're going to use Discord so you can just chat and talk, because that's the whole reason you play video games with your friends. Like, I think a lot of people have seemed to have forgotten, like, and I think it comes back to like the couch co-op days, where it was like, part of playing video games was being social. No one really wants to sit there playing a video game where it's like, oh, you've got what do they call it, Kris? Where you can only communicate if you're close to each other.
Oh, holy shit! How have I immediately forgotten this?
How have I immediately forgotten this?
That's proximity chat.
Yeah, proximity.
Yeah.
So if you're in the proximity, you can chat, and it's like, does anyone really want that? Do you really want to jump on a game with your friends and be like, hey guys, let's play a game? We're going to sit in silence most of the time because we can only hear each other when we're near each other, which means unless we stay in a big group, we're not going to be able to talk.
I mean, there's some areas where it's like you can get some funny stuff that happens out of proximity.
But I would argue that proximity chat is one of those things where it makes a game better for streamers, not for players. Whereas, like, for streamers, people who are trying to be
watch.
Yeah, people who are trying to be entertaining, it's great. It's great. It doesn't work for us, obviously, because you would have entire times where we just can't talk to each other, and you would miss. Like, but if you're only watching one person's screen, having their proximity chat and just having them chat to you is fine. But as I said, one of those, I think proximity chat is something that's been put in for streamers mainly because it makes the streams more entertaining because they don't know what's going on. But it doesn't really work for if you want to play games with your friends, because the whole point of playing games with your friends is being social.
Yeah. 100%.
And again, if you were playing Phasmophobia with a bunch of randoms, I think you aren't really gonna enjoy yourself that much.
No.
I find that with like nearly every game that you end up playing. Almost any game I've played that requires teamwork, when you play with randoms, is worse. Like it's worse to the point of infuriation, because you're sitting there going, "This is fucking like Helldivers." When we play with randoms,
oh god,
it annoys the shit out of me because
it works like, sometimes,
but it's I need help over here, and they're like, "No, I'm off doing my own thing, or I'm off getting killed by everyone."
Well, the next thing, if you're off doing your thing, you're with your mates. A random sees that someone's died, and they just punch it in and throw it down. It's like, I didn't want you to throw it down because now I'm on the other side of the map, and I've got to get back over there to collect my stuff, or I was in the middle of something and it was almost done. That's the reason I don't
Rainbow
like that
Six Siege, a game that I've played a lot of in the past. 99% of the time when you're playing with randoms, it's not as good as it could be. There was a few good times. I remember one time where I got into just a group, like 4 of us, or 5 of us technically. I was the 4th. There were 4 others and myself. And we were all just randoms, but we all had mics and we were all chatting to each other, and we ended up playing all day. And that was good because we were actually communicating. But so many times in that game we just got randoms. They just walk off and get killed in the first 5 seconds, and you're like, fucking great, excellent.
Nice.
So I think any game that requires teamwork is made worse by randoms. And so these things that are built in that, like, if you're just playing with a bunch of randoms, it makes it so much better, is like flies in the face of video gaming, really. Because games that work with randoms, Call of Duty, Battlefield, games where there is some team effort, but you don't really rely on a team.
But in reality, if you die, you come back anyway in most cases.
Yeah, and even more with like Battlefield, it's fine. You're playing with a heap of randoms, but if you've got a squad of 4, like if you're playing with your mates in that squad, it's better than if you're just playing with randoms. And that's the thing. I think a lot of things are like, as I say, Call of Duty doesn't really matter because it's Call of Duty. But there are just so many games where it's like, if teamwork is required, playing with randoms makes it worse.
Yeah, I agree.
So anyway, Phasmophobia. I was a little bit confused by some of the things. I did not look at some of the things. And Kris died every time, so that was Phasmo. Go check it out. It was actually quite funny.
Even on the maps that didn't have the blood moon. I mean, come on.
To be fair, the only map that didn't have the blood moon was the map we both died on, because like that ghost was just super aggressive.
True.
Which again, it probably shouldn't have been. I think it was something like a miling or something, and it was like, I'm going to kill you both. like pretty much the
Well, so the other
first
thing is,
second I get the
I
opportunity.
think with that one, I was starting to think, oh, this must be. If I'm saying it wrong, who cares? I thought it must have been like a Thay, because they start off super aggressive, but then over time they get weakened, so they're nowhere near as aggressive towards the end of a round. So if you manage to survive the first 10-15 minutes, you're sweet.
No, it was just,
you might die occasionally, but you're pretty well sweet because it's nowhere near as aggressive.
It was just a miling that was like just and really weird, like because we were getting all the activity upstairs, and we'd pretty much been like, okay, it's in this hallway. But then, like, when it was killing us, it was coming up the stairs, like it was spawning down below us.
Yeah.
Because I remember the hunt started, and I went, oh, I'll just run down the stairs and find a hiding place downstairs, because we know it's up here. Went, turned down the stairs, and it's walking up, and I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. It's sometimes it's weird. Like, I expect, and I think I might have said it to you a couple of days later. It's like, it seemed like it was as if we were playing a harder version than we should have been playing for the difficulty we had it set for. Because the same sort of thing happened with Nick, where we found the room that it was in, like, and it was super aggressive. It was hunting like every minute on the minute kind of thing. You could hide from it and it was fine, but sometimes it came out of the bathroom, sometimes it came out of the corner of the room. I'm like, okay, well, the bathroom is attached to that room, so that I can understand. But then other times it spawned in the room beside you, and it's like, well, that's a different room now. Why is it spawning in there?
Yeah.
So it made the fact that I've got the highest tier crucifix. It covers the whole room and the bathroom. So why was it when that was in the middle of the room?
Wait, do you have the highest tier crucifix?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Then why weren't we using them?
We were.
No, we were using tier 2.
No, I'm pretty sure I had that set for the 3.
We were using tier 2.
Oh, I have the tier 3 one.
Fuck.
Oh, actually, it's either that or I could buy it.
Anyway,
I'm pretty sure I've got it. But either way, its range is enough that unless it was in the very corner of the room, on top of the bed is where it spawned, the crucifix should have been burning.
Yeah.
But no, even with Nick, it was like, yeah, no, this isn't working.
Look, I'm not going to lie. As I said, I do enjoy the game. I just think there's some issues that they have and they need to fix. And sometimes I just feel like they're not fixing it. They're like going like, oh, look at these new things they're adding. You're like, yeah, but what about the core problems? Yeah. Anyway, we've been talking about Phasmophobia for far too long.
This happens every time we talk about it.
Thursday.
So, Thursday this week was a solo this time, and it's Doom.
Was Doom.
Yeah.
After all of the being spooked, Kris, after, all of the being hunted by aliens and spooked by ghosts.
It was about to be time that you're the one doing the hunting.
It was time for me to, punch back.
Yeah.
And the best way to punch back is, to rip and tear your way through demons.
100%, yes.
Does, raise a good question, doesn't it? Like, if Doom Guy were to go against the Xenomorph, who would win? Because you have a feeling that, you go, well, the Xenomorph has, that acid blood, and you're like, yeah, but Doom Guy might just enjoy that.
He might do.
He might just be like, you know what?
It might tickle a little bit, so he'll chuckle for a little bit.
But yeah, no. So I jumped into some Doom. Doom 2016. I have had that game for so long, and I have started it about 10 times, but I've never actually finished it because it's one of those games which I really enjoy, but I kind of go like, yeah, okay, yeah.
I've played it now. I'm done.
I've you get that adrenaline high from playing. You go, yeah, okay, but I want to calm down a little bit. I want to go play something else. I want to take a chill pill. So you go and you do that, and you sit there, and then you
go accidentally play a game that brings on more rage than before.
But no, and then you go like, oh yeah, I should play Doom again. But you're like, yeah, okay. And then you get to a point where you're like, I haven't played Doom in so long. I haven't played it in so long that I better restart.
Well, yes, I totally understand that one. That's why at a certain point I get to it. It's like, nope, just continue on. Just continue because it's even because you've forgotten how to play. If you do that every time, you're never going to finish certain games.
Yeah, well,
because they're so long that you play it for a while and you're like, okay, I want to play something else for the next couple of weeks. You get back to it, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Very much like the beginning of Alien Isolation, where I had no idea what the hell I was doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I have all the other Dooms as well, and I haven't played them because they're continuations of the story. So
well, yeah.
I'm kind of like, well, I got to finish the first story before I play the second story.
Obviously.
And because I'm me, and that's how I work in my brain, I'm just like, yeah. So I haven't played any of the other Dooms, even though Doom Eternal is fantastic from nearly everything that everyone who's ever played it has said.
Yeah,
it's a great game. I haven't played it because I'm like, I got to finish Doom 1 first. It's like, yeah, Doom Eternal, everyone loves it. People, not everyone loved Doom. What's the other Doom? Doom: The Dark Ages. People said like it kind of felt like they had taken a bit of the out of Doom. The chutzpah, or whatever it is that people say. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like the chutzpah or whatever. And that it wasn't quite up to what Doom Eternal was and what the first one had been. But every time I look at Doom Eternal, I'm like, I should play that. And they go, okay, but first I got to play the first one because I'm me. And then I go, right, I have this save game. I don't remember what I was doing. I'll just go back and start again. Yeah. And then I pretty much get to the same spot every time. I'm like, that's enough Doom for now. I stop.
Yeah, fair.
So I think I just need to find something that's going to push me to play it, force me to. But yeah.
Like playing it on the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
The other one is that, I don't have the issue I have with Resident Evil, where it's like, I have that where to start freeze.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of it. So it's happened.
But
I found another game in a list that does exactly what you hate.
Yeah.
Darksiders.
Beat everyone.
Because it's on my list the other day, I'm like, Darksiders 2 and 3. Wait, where's 1? Why is it past 3? Oh, because it's Darksiders War Mastered Edition. Fuck that. So it goes after.
I hate when that happens. But yeah, so we played some Doom. I got to rip and tear. I was pretty happy. It is a very fun game. And when you die in it, it doesn't feel like a lot of games where you're like, fuck, now I gotta, you're just like, okay, let's just reset. Because everything's so fast paced and everything. It's like, okay, it's a reset. It's just a reset. Let's go again. And yeah, it's great. I love that game. It's fantastic. But that was Thursday. I played some Doom. I got to rip some aliens up. I did some challenges. I got a sassy computer man to tell me that the place that had been invaded by demons was accident free for 200 odd days. And I was like, I think you're right.
We're about to change that.
I'm like, I think demon invasion technically counts as an accident. Incident.
Okay. I was going to say accident. Like, that's not an accident.
No.
Incident, yes. I will agree with incident.
I also want to point out, and I do point out in the video, but I want to point out now, if you don't watch that video, anyone who ever says we were doing it for the greater good is doing something bad and it's not good.
Well, yes. That's fair.
The greater good is something that we hide behind when we're doing things we know we shouldn't be doing.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Anyway, that was Doom. So go check that one out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Then obviously Friday we have the podcast.
Indeed.
Hello. If you're watching this, you're here. If you're not, or if you're watching it later, it was Friday when this came out.
Indeed.
Well,
Friday for us anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Might be Thursday night if you're not in Australia.
Yeah.
Could be Friday afternoon, or evening if you're in New Zealand.
It's true. Yeah.
Crazy world we live in.
I know, right?
And then obviously Saturday we have a Minecraft coming out. It's the Halloween Minecraft where Kris walks around a spooky island doing stuff.
Yeah.
Again,
also being
incompetence.
I was about to say that
on the menu.
It always is.
It's very bad. It's very
bad. No, I wouldn't say very bad. There was a few good points.
Very bad. Very, very bad. Incredibly bad.
Just because I didn't read the instructions.
Yes.
No, that is the main. That's where the incompetence comes in.
And even when you did, it's like you couldn't put 2 and 2 together.
It's because I focused. It's this annoying thing that I have a habit of doing. I hold on to one part of the instruction. I'm like, yes, okay, cool. I don't need the rest. Fuck the rest.
And so that was one thing. It was you you're reading the instruction and not like putting the two pieces together.
Well, yes.
Then there was also, and I noticed this on several occasions, but you were like walking around not paying attention to what was happening.
Yeah.
And like at one point in the video, I actually like scream at you for it, but because you're like, oh, I saw that, I just didn't think it was important. I'm like, everything here is handmade. Nothing here is here because Minecraft was like, this should be here.
I'm trying to think of what that was.
There was like fish hanging in photo frames and stuff like that. Literally at one point you're like, I haven't seen any fish, and I was like, you haven't seen any fish. You haven't seen any fish.
In my defense, I was looking at the photo frames and went, oh, photo frames.
And then another point when you were looking for a cave and you're like, oh, I saw that earlier, and I looked at your screen. You did see it earlier. You just kept going past it, and you were like, I just didn't think it was anything. And I'm like, everything here is handmade.
Which is hilarious because I was looking under the water for caves and like, hey, look at that. Yeah, no, I don't have an excuse for that one.
It was just like, I don't know what was going through your head. Because like, if we were just like in a Minecraft generated thing, you might see something and be like, oh, it's just Minecraft being Minecraft. Like, it's just putting something there. But I'm like, no, Kris, everything on this island, this whole island is handmade. There is nothing that wasn't placed by me.
Yeah, it was like, the moment you started like hinting at him, like, fuck, I did need to go into that.
Yeah.
So, and you would have noticed I pretty well went straight to it. So I knew where it was as well.
Exactly. I was just like, yeah. And so that was that. It was
it was a thing. But I did pretty well in the mazes, I reckon.
You didn't do too bad. They were mazes. That was the whole point of them.
Well, yeah.
They did confuse you a bit.
Yeah, occasionally it did.
But that was that happened. So that's coming out on Saturday. And check that one out. It was a lot of work. If you've been following the channel and you've been watching the Let's Build Minecrafts, you've seen how many hours were put into it, and that was only some of it. In reality, that was you guys didn't see all of it coming together. So check that one out if you want to see how that eventuated. I
think that sums up everything we've done. Subscriber count is 331.
Yep. And 331. We are literally 3 subscribers away from being over the mark.
Yeah,
almost there. The Dodgers just lost.
Oh, yeah.
So now we have to go to Toronto and have 2 must-win games. It's not good.
No.
Anyway, if you've noticed any weird lights coming, it's because the baseball's been on.
And the fact that he's looked in that direction multiple times.
Look, it's really important, guys. It's the baseball. The Dodgers are playing. So subscriber count's good. As I said, there hasn't been any shorts this week. I haven't really been focusing on putting any out because I've been cutting videos together and doing video-related things.
Yes. For this week.
Yeah, and it's also been the first week of my Year 12's exams.
Yeah, that's right.
It's also been a shit show.
That's right. They do finish in 2 weeks? 3 weeks, okay.
All exams are finished in 3 weeks from now.
Fair.
And which is also great because I think most of my Year 11s finished at that point as well. And I'm like,
cool. Hell yeah.
Everyone finishes at the same time. But right now, when I'm busy, I got other shit going on. You guys all want me to come and help you.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
But yeah, so I think that just about wraps up channel news. Anything else, Kris, that you can think of?
No, not on the top of my head.
Yeah,
I think we're pretty good on that one.
Awesome. So yeah, we'll just move on then.
Indeed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
So Kris.
Yep.
Seen anything spooky this year?
In what way?
Like a ghost?
No.
No.
You?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, damn.
Seen any vampires?
Vampires?
Yeah, vampires.
Watched a vampire movie, but not in person.
No, me neither.
No? Okay. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I saw some zombies the other day. Oh, you go.
I almost saw a werewolf.
Oh, what did it look like?
Oh, it was just a hairy guy.
Oh,
it turned out he was just a hairy guy.
Disappointing on that one. Yeah, I thought I saw a zombie.
Yeah?
The other day. Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. It was just a group of teenagers.
Oh.
Yeah.
They kind of have a lot in common with zombies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw a big dog.
Oh.
Wasn't spooky. It was just a big
Just
dog.
a big dog?
Just
what
a big
kind?
dog. That big.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw a cat?
Well, nice. Did it have a witch?
No.
Oh. So,
Yeah.
just another non-spooky, normal year. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that covers all the spookiness for Halloween.
Yeah, I think it does.
Nothing spooky happened, guys. Nothing
No.
spooky at all. Unfortunately, we live in the real world where vampires, zombies, and werewolves aren't there.
Yeah.
And nearly every ghost is just a gas leak.
Yeah. And everyone confusing the book Frankenstein, meaning the creature's name is Frankenstein. It's not. Frankenstein's the doctor.
The monster.
He doesn't have a name.
Frankenstein's monster.
Yes. Doesn't have a name. Stop it.
More to the point, though.
Yes.
this is just something that I find hilariously funny because it's like 99% true.
Yeah.
It's like if you've seen a ghost, go check for gas leak in your house.
yeah.
It's like,
No, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
It's like this person thought they saw a ghost. Turned out it was just a gas leak. It's like, yeah, you fucked.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So you know what? It's unfortunate, but yeah, nothing spooky happened to us this year.
Yes.
I did get some spooky RPGs to play.
Oh.
I got some
one?
Vampire the Masquerade.
Ooh.
Some Werewolf the Apocalypse.
Haven't seen
And
that.
some Hunter the Reckoning.
Oh.
So they're all set in the same world, the same universe. They're all part of the Dark Worlds collection. So
Okay. Yes.
each one is just for a different kind of spooky thing.
There you go.
Because there's a whole variety of them. There's like
That'd be cool.
I can't remember the one about mummies, but it's something weird. It's something really weird. But yeah. So hopefully one day soon, once all of this Halloween stuff is over, we'll be able to start up that game night plan because got lots of RPGs we can play, but also just a lot of board games we can play. Like I have so many board games, and we should just be like inviting people around.
Yeah, we really do need to start doing.
So I think after this, after this weekend, maybe like next weekend, either Friday or Saturday night or afternoon, like evening, we just be like, yeah, look, we're gonna do board games. Just put out a thing to the group and be like, yeah, board games at Darcy's place. Come around, play some board games, have a few drinks.
Pretty straightforward.
Because I'm like now once Halloween's done and everything's back to normal, I'm like, oh, it'll be a cakewalk.
Oh yeah,
easy.
And I'm sure we'll get different people each time.
Yeah, and then you know we can do that like a couple times a month, and then we'll have one night a month where it's like, okay, this is actually RPG. This is we're going to do a big RPG story. But yeah, so that's all cool. I really hope to do that. But now I want to talk to you, Kris, about something that's actually, you know, caught some flack over the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And that is the Halo Combat Evolved remake that is coming out of Halo Studios. Basically, it caught flack over some stuff to do with AI. I don't really care about that. I think that a lot of people need to just come to terms with the fact that if AI can do it, of course the people are going to use AI.
Yeah, of course.
The issue is that in a lot of places where they are using AI can't do it.
Well, yes.
And so
it's a problem.
You know, there's that, and then there's, you know, obviously the fact that if AI can do something, you're going to use AI. You know,
Well, it makes sense.
it's logical.
Well, yes.
But so yeah, it caused some flack over some AI related stuff. I don't really know what's going on there. I didn't really care enough to go into it. But what I did care about, and what's kind of annoying me, is the fact that I don't think we need this.
No.
So for those of you wondering what I mean by that is, I love Halo. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we don't need another Halo game. We do need another Halo game.
Oh, yes.
But the only reason that I would want to see Halo Combat Evolved being remade again is if it was a part of a 3 games in one upgrade that would bring all 3 of the original Halo games and maybe ODST as well, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But bring all of those, maybe Reach as well. Maybe take the whole Bungie collection and bring it all up to the graphical fidelity that the Halo 2 Anniversary Edition had.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I want to see another remake of Halo Combat Evolved, because we already have the Anniversary Edition, which we have been playing on the channel, and that doesn't look bad.
No, it doesn't.
Like, sure, it's not 100% graphic fidelity that we have today, but I don't need another remake of a game we already have a very, very good, serviceable remake of. That looks fantastic.
Understandable.
Like, as I said, go if you are on the fence, being like, I don't know, go look at what we've played on the Master Chief Collection, because that is the remake. Sorry, that is the remaster, and it looks fine.
Yeah,
it looks fine. We don't need one that's like, oh yes, but now you can count the individual leaves on this trip. No, we don't need that. You know what we need? If you're going to remake a Halo game, remake Halo 3, because it hasn't been remastered yet.
That is true, yes.
And so all we have is the original, which is great. I love the original.
Yes.
Do never get me wrong about that. But we don't have the Anniversary Edition of the original with the nicer graphics and the, just better looking everything.
True.
But we're getting another remake of the first one, which we do have a nice version of. And, like all things, it's like, oh, well, we're remaking this one, then we'll remake the second one, and then we'll just stop, because that's what we do. It's kind of like a Gears of War, right? Gears of War. We haven't got an updated version of 2 or 3, so we don't even have the original trilogy all looking nice and spectacular in new graphics.
Yes.
Because remember, those are 360 games. Those are Xbox 360 games, so they're pretty old. But now we have two new versions of one.
Yes.
We've got the original one, which go play, it's great. Yeah. Then we've got the Ultimate Edition of one, which, me and Kris played on the channel. Again, it looks fine. There is nothing wrong with how it looks in today's world. And this year they came out with a new remake of the first one, which, honestly, when I look at it, I can see no difference between it and the old one. There's probably a few bits where you're like, oh yeah, see, it looks a little bit sharper, and you're like, you probably, but I don't think it's worth it. We should have taken that time and money and made Gears of War 2 Anniversary. Made it beautiful, made it great.
That's fair.
I don't understand it. It is a real problem I have with the entertainment industry as a whole at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I was just, doing my thing last night, cruising through Amazon videos, trying to pick out something to watch, and I saw a thing being like, hey, watch How to Train Your Dragon. And I was like, I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it. I am. That's my promise. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to see what I think about it. But even if I have no issues with it, I don't think I'm going to like it.
No, that's fair.
Purely because we have a very serviceable How to Train Your Dragons movie. In fact, the original, because of its animation style and it's what it is, holds up today. Go watch the whole animated series and everything of How to Train Your Dragon. It's great. Watch it all as a whole. You can spend a day doing it, and you'll be like, that's fantastic. I like that. Yeah. The only reason that I can see to make it, and this is my only real issue with it, is that it exists. And that's not me being like, oh, I do wish it never existed, but I think as serviceable as it could be, as good as it could be, because all they really have to do is follow the cartoon, my issue is it exists, and I don't think it needs to.
No.
Because to me, it kind of feels like it was made for someone who's like, I want to see How to Train Your Dragon, but I would never watch a cartoon. It's like, well, get off your fucking high horse and go watch.
Go watch the cartoon. It's great.
It's great.
It is great.
And so I'm like, I don't really see any reason for this to be remade.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that, it's almost 20 years old now? Like, it's 15, 20 years old. It's like,
I think 15. I don't think it's 20.
Yeah. But it's like, it's old enough now that they're like, it's old, so it needs to be remade. And it's like,
no, it's still good. I only watched the animated one a few weeks ago. It still stands up.
You really, really, really want to know what needs to be remade? Nothing. They remade The Lion King because the other one was old. Guess what? I still prefer the original one because it's better.
Yeah, it still looks good anyway.
Exactly. The only reason to remake movies is you, as creators, have no concept of how to make new stuff good. Yeah. And all the stuff that you've been making, everyone's been going, it's shit and we don't like it. And you go, well, guess what? The next thing I'm going to make is just a remake of something that you did like. And you go, ah, damn.
To be honest, there's only really one live action remake that I've seen that's worked really well and I like. I'm pretty sure I sent a video to you about
Mermaid.
it. No, it was Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Oh, because
it had an
Lord
animated.
of the Rings was
An
a very, very cheap animation. Yes, I do know about that.
Yes, but a lot of people don't.
My biggest thing though is that, like, you know, I'm just like, what are we doing? And like, the thing that hurts me the most about these remakes where they're taking an animated classic and making it live action, and then being like, and people being like, I would never watch the cartoon How to Train Your Dragon, but I'm going to watch the live action. It's like, why? It has almost as much cartoon as the cartoon ones in it.
Yeah,
they didn't have a real dragon, idiot. I'm not going to go back and watch the cartoon fucking Lion King. I'm going to watch the live action one. It is a cartoon. Every part of it is as cartoony as the cartoon one. Because it's just computer animation.
It's CGI. That's all it is.
It's anime. You're just being like, I'm not going to watch that animation.
They didn't find real lines that could talk. No.
If they did, probably would have been a better movie.
Look, we would have heard so much more about it.
It would just be way more impressive overall.
To be honest, it would probably get turned into a circus act.
The biggest thing is that I'm just sitting there going, like, you know, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? And so, as I said, I'm going to go watch it. I've heard a lot of people say it was great, and I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to go into it with an open mind. When you say
go and watch it, what are you watching it on?
The internet.
The internet? Just the internet?
Probably where I saw it, Amazon Prime.
Ah, yes, that's right, yeah.
But, you know, like, I'm going to go watch it. I'll probably enjoy it, but I find it hard to reconcile the fact that it even exists because I don't see a need for it. I don't see a hole in the market that it's filling.
I do agree with that.
It would literally be like if tomorrow Disney came out and said, hey, guys, guess what? You haven't liked Star Wars so far, but we are remaking A New Hope. And you'd be like, are you fucking joking? You're not allowed to touch that.
If that happens, I hope it fucking bombs.
It would bomb because they should, because they would go in with their Disney. We're gonna just make a few changes, and the next thing you know, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, what the fuck have you done?"
Yes, that is a good question.
But it would be the biggest upstep for Disney Star Wars because basically, if Disney wants their Star Wars to succeed, what they need to do is pretty much pretend Star Wars never existed before they had them. So they need to replace all of the old movies with new shitty movies, because then it's just a shitty franchise, not a great franchise that they fucked up.
True, yeah, that's actually fair enough. Yeah,
that would be that. But like, I just don't see a need for it. I'm like, there's so much stuff happening where it's like, why are we doing this? And they're like, because money. And you're like, but why are we doing this? Why are we doing this, guys? And, it's like it'd be like Sony being like, hey, you guys loved Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah,
we're making a live action and you're like, it wouldn't work.
Destroy it. Don't even destroy the
Burn
script.
it with fire.
The script gone. Get rid of it.
But that's what they did. They literally like waited like 3 years after Moana came out. Well, I lied. It's close to like 10 years, but it was like 2 years after Moana 2 came out. And they're like, we're doing a live action Moana, and it's like, why? Do we need it?
I don't know why they're going down the track of so many live actions,
because it allows them to potentially double down on.
I suppose there is still a lot of people out there.
Movie.
Well, I saw a little video the other day of someone just going, guys, as adults, are we seriously watching anime? Are we? And they're being dead serious on this, being like, it's such a childish thing. So someone's obviously put a stitch to it and like now showing Cowboy Bebop is like, yes, we are.
But it's one of those things where it's like, okay, if that's your opinion, you're welcome to it. Yeah. But you can't go and watch a live action Lion King and be like, oh no, it's okay because it's a live action Lion King, because it's a kids show. They've just upped the graphics.
Yeah, that's all.
And if that's all it takes for you, not only are you a rubbish person, your opinion is rubbish as well.
Yes.
Because if you're sitting there being like, I can't watch this because it doesn't look like it's been filmed real. Well, first of all, you've got to come to the understanding that nearly 90% of what you see isn't filmed real.
Yeah.
We have so much CG going on now, even on things that people think are filmed in camera. It's like, actually, it was all touched up by CG.
Yes.
But if you're someone who's like, that's your opinion, you go, okay, well, what do you do for entertainment? And if their answer is like, I watch action movies, you're like, oh, wow, because action movies are not at all childish. Real. Like, it's just one of those things where you're like, but I'm like, who is this niche for? Because the movie doesn't change. It's still a kid's movie. It's just, now it has better graphics on it.
And in some cases, worse.
Well, yes,
worse.
In a lot of cases, worse. But it's like, all they've done is up the graphics to be, again, photorealistic. Everything else is practically the same.
Which, it just wasn't necessary.
It's not necessary.
So I haven't actually watched the live-action Lion King, but then I'm like, just remembering certain things, everyone's like, that would look weird as shit to be real.
And that's the thing about different styles of presenting something. They have different strengths. Different strengths mean you get a more thing. So the cartoons that we grew up on, The Lion King, The Little Mermaid, all of these types of things had the strength of animation in them.
Yeah.
Right? Which means I can draw a lobster and have that as a main character because I can manipulate its face and make it I can make it human through its facial interactions even though it's not human. And you can look at that and go like, oh yes, that is a character, not a lobster.
Yes.
If you put a real looking lobster and had it as a character, you'd be like, why is that weird bug thing talking? And why does it have human teeth? And that would freak you the fuck out. Because it shouldn't.
It's like, does it have dentures? What happened there?
Exactly. That's the thing. You can get away with a lot of stuff in animations you can't get away with in real life because when things look real, you go, that's not right.
That's a problem. We should
stop. Like they try and do things and to you can imagine them trying to make the Sebastian in a live action, like give the crab bigger eyes and stuff like that. But you then hit what is just like, oh, that's nightmare fuel level.
Yeah, it's 100. It goes from being this like really good story, cartoon, just fun movie to I didn't think I was watching a horror movie today. What happened?
If you want what I think is probably the best example in recent history, it's the Sonic movie.
Oh,
they had a very realistic Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, let's take what Sonic is and try and make it look like it could exist in our world.
And it was
and everyone was like, "No, kill it with fire, please."
That's the ugliest thing I've seen.
And then they descaled it and made a Sonic the Hedgehog that looks like Sonic the Hedgehog, but just in higher fidelity.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, yeah, no, that's acceptable.
That works.
That is fine.
We are okay with that now.
And then the weird Sonic people came out and were like, yes, we're very fine with this now. And you were like, you
stay in your corner.
Them with fire.
Stay in your corner. Do not come near me.
But yeah, so that's an example of realisticing. Is that even a thing?
I don't think so.
Bringing things back from this is how something cartoon would look in the real world to being like, yeah, it's just a cartoon and we're just going to pretend it's in the real world. Because the reality is some things do not work.
No.
Some things don't work. And I think that a lot of people...
Ideally, they should have never even tried to make that look human.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. They wanted to put him... he's a hedgehog. Just make it look like a hedgehog. That would have been the most accurate thing. No, wouldn't have... The story would not have worked at all.
Just blue hedgehog.
just leave him there. He's just super fast.
But the other one that comes to mind is How to Train Your Dragon, because if you've seen any of the stuff, Toothless looks almost identical in the live action one to the cartoon ones.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like they've just taken his model and been like, hey, let's just sharpen up a few things.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's what you would do, because
100% what you do. Have you seen the Assassination Classroom live action?
No. I don't think I ever will.
I will show you photos.
I don't like anime live actions for two reasons. One,
in most cases, it just doesn't work.
In most cases, it just doesn't work. And two, I feel again you lose a lot in the transition.
Well, yeah, like definitely with the Assassination Classroom one, there was the issues with they got rid of some of the characteristics. Like Karma didn't have his red hair.
You mean his like main characteristic?
Yes. Nagisa did not have his blue hair tied up because his mum wanted long hair of a girl.
You mean his main story arc?
Yes. Neither of those two things are in there. And it's like, the two biggest things about those two characters.
Yeah.
We're not in it. Also, Koro Sensei,
yeah.
Well,
look, as I said,
it wasn't horrible, but it's something.
As I said, I think, and I think, like, I think with a lot of animes that aren't specifically set in Japan, having an all Japanese cast does hurt them. Yes. Especially when it's like, this person's supposed to be a super cool American, and it's like, hey,
here's a Japanese guy.
Like, hang on, could we just not find a super cool American? But no, I think the transition between animation and real life, especially for anime, doesn't really work. I am thinking about looking at the One Piece one just to compare it, but I think. I think I know I'm not going to.
There are some minor differences between it. I think they did a pretty good job with it, but there are enough differences.
I remember seeing a picture of Arlong, and I was like,
yeah, it's always going to look weird, though. That's the thing. It's always going to look weird.
But you know what, though? Sometimes with that, I think the solution isn't to try and be like, okay, let's make this look as human like as possible. Is to go, okay, this thing is not human. And we are not even going to play it as human.
I'm honestly waiting for them to bring Brooke into the series. How the fuck are they going to do that?
They're going to go.
And Frankie's going to look weird as shit. We've already seen Chopper.
I have not seen Chopper.
I will show you Chopper. I think it kind of works. Like with his,
they're going to go to the dollar store and get one of those skeletons.
It's like this is the only thing they can do. But it's like it doesn't make sense otherwise.
It's just going to be a fully anime thing, and that's what I said. Like. A lot of the issue that I have with this whole live remake stuff is the fact that it's like, well, it's not live action.
Yeah.
Because you haven't caught all of that in the camera. It's like, oh, no, but the actor was there, and then we just painted over them with CG. And it's like, that's not what you did, because you had to remove that actor completely. Not too bad.
Yeah, I didn't.
It actually does. It's very reminiscent of pre-time skip Chopper, who I liked more than post-time skip Chopper.
No, I agree. I do agree. I do like the original Chopper.
Pre-Chopper before post-Chopper, because post-Chopper they kind of like upped the like they went from like he's a reindeer to he's a ball of fluff character. He's literally to sell plushies.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Plus, I enjoyed the top hat.
Yeah,
top hat was good. He doesn't wear a top hat anymore.
Yeah, but as I said, that's actually quite a very good.
Yeah, I think that works.
But again,
it worked really well.
Look at that. You look at that picture, and you tell me that there's an actor there.
It is like a child with those balls all over him. That is.
I know, but what I'm saying is like because they go like, oh, but we had an actor in screen. It's like yes, but that actually means that you've done more editing to this scene out of camera, which means that it's not live action anymore. Because not only have you put in the character, not only have you put in the character, you've had to paint out the human that was there to put in the character. Yes. So you've edited the whole scene now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like, oh no, we just painted out that one little part. And it's like, yes, but you've edited the whole scene. It's not live action. It's not caught in camera anymore.
Well, no, it's not.
And I hate that because.
But then again, neither is Luffy in that. He does stretch his face and all that.
Yeah, I know, and like, that's what I mean. Like. The argument of like, oh, but it's a live action is like, no, it's not. It's like, just we're taking one animation and replacing it with another animation.
It's like some areas, yes, some of it is live action when they're not trying to do the things that aren't real.
Yes,
and that's why it doesn't work in real life. Is because it's not natural.
Because you can't do it.
Yeah, that's it. You can't do it. It ain't natural.
We tried to stretch this actor. It turned out he broke.
Yeah, he's been in hospital for last month now.
But yeah, so it's like I think that's one of the big things that just annoys me about it is that they sit there and they go, oh, but it's live action. It's like, but it's not.
No,
it's not, and you're being facetious about it. And they're like, oh, no, we filmed it, and everything was played by an actual actor. It's like, so are the animations. Yeah. It's just you only hear their voices because that's all you need.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And I don't know. Again, let's go back to it because it's so easy because of what it is. The Lion King live action. They were all just voice actors.
Yeah, that's all it is.
They were just voice actors. I was like,
just look.
And you can tell me. Oh no, they're actual actors crawling around on the floor, and I'd be like, that's weird.
Yes, especially if it was like they're crawling around on the floor with a mane on their head. What the fuck?
I'm a lion. Raw. No, but I'm just like, so like, I just don't like this whole thing of, but we remade it in live action. Because it's like, no, you didn't. What you did is you went and got actors, you filmed it, you had actors' faces, and then you went and pretty much did all the animations in a computer.
Yeah.
You just changed how you did the animations.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but why was it necessary?
Oh, it never is.
It's like, why are we doing this? And it's just like, the answer tends to be because we are creatively bankrupt.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
And that's it. And that's all there is to it. And I just don't like that. I just don't see that there's a reason to rebuild that. It's the same with video games. When we have a very serviceable, okay, yes, the last remake of Halo Combat Evolved came out over 10 years ago, I think now, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, so we need a new one. No, we don't, because the one that came out 10 years ago is more than serviceable.
True.
Make a new game, and if you're not going to do that, remake a game that hasn't been remade yet. Go update Halo 3. Bring it to look as good as the new games look. Okay, go do that. Don't constantly go back to the same thing and do it just for the sake of doing it, because the reality is this is why we're not selling games anymore.
Yeah.
No one wants Skyrim, the 27th remake of the remake of the remake of the remake. No one wants that, because at this point, we're not getting anything out of it. You're just going to download all of your mods for a new game.
That's pretty much it. Oh, actually, speaking of selling games.
Oh, you're selling your games?
No, I'm not.
Selling your body?
No, I was gonna talk about with what I think I sent it to you yesterday.
Yes.
With GTA 6.
Oh, the thing about this,
like,
paying for the hours of entertainment.
No, well, actually, I forgot about that one. But no, there was another thing that I saw. It's like, apparently they've announced what they're going to do to try to, instead of doing what the parents should be doing, they're trying to take that pressure off the parents and go, to play GTA 6, you're going to have to show your ID online. So you're going to have to put... Yeah, it's like...
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not putting my ID online.
No. That's the thing. It's like, my next thing is like, do you think they're going to follow through with it? And if they do, how much is it going to hurt them?
No, that's going to be satire. That has to be someone who has... Like,
apparently it was... I'll have to actually look it up properly.
That has to be satire, because no way in hell...
Yeah.
We have this discussion. No way in hell am I giving my information that could be used to fake to be me to one of these companies.
Yes.
But yeah, also on the pay.
So they are. There has been reports indicating that they are preparing to implement verification, but the only way to really do that is to put your ID online.
The only way to do that is to put your ID online.
But it's like third-party verification that's linked with them, and it's like not especially not recently, with the amount of times these companies have been like hacked.
Yeah, no, you're not
all
gonna,
this other stuff. No.
As I said to someone else, because obviously we've got this new law coming in Australia on the 1st of December about people under the age of 16 can't have social media anymore.
Yeah.
And I said that's a big issue for everyone who's over 16, because you'll have to verify somehow. You'll have to verify.
And the only way to do it is... Well, actually, the only way to verify it is the same way that you have to get if you lose your account on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
The same way you've got to verify that it's you. They ask for your ID.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to send through a photocopy of your ID to prove that it's you, so they can give you your account back. It's like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Hell no, I ain't doing that. That's what happened. I lost my previous Facebook account. I'm like, yeah, I'll just make a new one. It's not that important.
No.
Fuck that.
But like this is something that because again, this is something I was talking about with someone recently about that, and I'm like, the only way to test that everyone who has these accounts is over the age is to check them. I'm like, there should be just a rule where it's like, anything that's over 6 years old, just immediately gets grandfathered into existence. Like, we're not going to take this away from you. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Because look, that means that, but if they had it since they were 6, congratulations to them. If they had it since they were 10, congratulations to them, because it would be 10.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but the reality is, I'm not going to give you my stuff because I don't like having to replace all of my information, like all of my vital information stuff that you can use to pretend to be me, because you have lax security. I'm like, I'm not giving it to you. You're not getting it. It's bad enough that there's you can lose all this information in the stuff you have to do it for. Like, I don't know, to make a contract with a phone company, and that phone company doesn't have very good security. You've lost it. I'm not giving it to Facebook so that they can sit there and be like, we just have to make sure that you're over 16. My account's been around for longer than 16 years. You can be sure I'm over 16.
Well, you know what? That's actually fair. Like, I think mine's been like 10 years now, something like that, because I'm pretty sure I was out of school when it...
Exactly.
When I lost the previous one.
I'm not a fan of these companies being like, we're just going to take your... No. We know that that's what you sell to make money. We know you sell our information to make money. I'm not giving you more of it. Because you get enough of it. You're not getting more of it. And you have no right to ask for it.
Yeah. Well, it's as if they're kind of expecting that, like us, we're doing this. It's like, our information's not out there. But yeah, they know what we look like. They know what our names are.
Yeah.
Don't. We're not giving you any other information.
Yeah, here's Kris's bank details right now.
But on the screen.
But no, seriously, I think it's a terrible idea. I think they're going to have a massive amount of pushback. The system exists the way it is because it is, right? Mm-hmm. If parents don't want their kids playing these games, don't buy them for them. Don't let them buy them.
They've got to... If this system work properly, there has to be a way that we can go... Very similar to like going to the Department of Transport to be like, yep, proving that's you. This is the ID you can use online, which doesn't link it back to any of your information, but it is something that it's like, yes, this person has been verified. This is it.
You mean like the age card?
Well, yes,
the age card, that is a card that says this person is verified that they are of legal age, and it has no other information. It's just a verification that this person is
like that. That's the only piece. That's the only way I would do anything like that online. Is if it's like, this is the person's name. There's a photo of them.
Hey, in good news though, right? This is good news. Maybe if they do this, it'll bring video game stores back to life. Because I would go to a video game store and be like, if I have a disc copy, well then a store has checked my ID.
No, that is true. That's a good idea.
A store has checked my ID and said, yes, this person is of age. So I have the disc should automatically say this person is of age because I had to go and I had to physically buy it.
Yeah.
Which means that someone in my country had to look at it and say, yes, you are legally allowed.
And then I know people are going to make the argument of, but what if a kid gets it because a parent bought it for it? It's like, then the parent not doing their job.
Then the parent has decided that their child can play the game.
And
that is the parent's right. It's not.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not up to the government and it's not up to the game companies to make that decision.
It's
the parents' job. And if they're not doing it, look, it's their own fault.
If a parent wants to be a shitty parent, it's their right.
Yeah, that's it.
But you, as the government, and you specifically as a game company, do not get the right to say, "Oh no, we're gonna no." And then the other thing is this, right? I buy it.
Yeah.
I put it on my thing. I jump through all of their legal loops.
Yep.
And then, I don't know, a little kid who's here one day comes in and plays on my Xbox. My account's mine.
Yeah.
But
the game's already been verified.
And it's mine. It's my game. It's been verified that I'm an adult. But, a little kid can still come and play it because if they're just like, oh, can I play on your Xbox? I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. They're
going to have access to everything that I have access to. You can't stop this.
No.
All you can do is say to parents, we put the restriction out there, if this game ended up in your kid's hands, that is on you.
Yep.
We said it was R18, whatever. You either bought it for them or you let them buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Because in reality, little kids don't have access to money unless you're giving it to them.
Yeah, that's it.
And really, what else do you want us to do? You're the one who made these decisions in the end.
Yeah, that's it.
But no, it's a bad idea. It's just bad in general.
Yeah, I honestly, if they do it, I think it's going to hurt themselves.
A lot of nightmares.
So much.
A lot of nightmares in this one, Kris.
Yeah. Well, I think they're going to find out at the end of this year.
You know what I think is even just more telling about the whole thing is that it's a mirror into the gaming industry that was going from strength to strength, and then in the last 10 years or so, it's just gone from, everyone's had these, really, really strong starting points, and somehow everyone has just blundered it. Yeah. Everyone. I don't think there is one company you could point out to say they haven't made a blunder.
No, I couldn't think of one either.
Maybe FromSoft, but they're not for everyone to begin with, so that's kind of their blunder.
Exactly. So, but in their eyes, that's still not a blunder. Because they're still appealing to their fan base.
Yeah, exactly. But Sony have made fuck ups.
Nintendo's have made massive ones.
Nintendo has gone from everyone's beloved Nintendo to people looking at Nintendo with the suspicion that it deserves. With
hell, it used to be people would be like, "Oh, the new Nintendo thing is coming out. Let's go get it." Whereas now people are like, "Oh, the new Nintendo thing. I don't need it."
So also,
I really don't.
So I think the Switch 2 for a lot of people feels like a cash grab, right? Yeah. I don't have the specs on me. I don't have what it looks like, but in my mind, I don't feel like there's enough of an advancement to warrant a whole new console. Yeah. Then you have all the controversy with Pokemon and Power World, where a lot of people have been like, "Hey, Nintendo, not so good guys after all."
Borderlands 4 put it in. There is a section that's aimed at, this is basically Pokemon, because you've got a couple of enemies, which is Josie and Jake.
Right.
There's little robot turrets that's running around, which if you destroy them, they just keep infinitely spawning.
Right.
So the only way to stop them is to catch absolutely all of them. And it's like, my wording might be slightly off, but that's effectively what they say in the game. It's like, I've got to catch absolutely all of them. Yeah. So it's like,
but like Nintendo used to be like butter couldn't melt in their mouth, Nintendo, and now they kind of like, everyone's kind of like Nintendo. So Nintendo have made some blunders this in the last 10 years as well. Oh, yeah. Xbox are doing nothing but making blunders
at the moment. Yes.
It's like every kind of and then you got EA, which is just they weren't even in a good spot, so they
last night
Activision, they've been shit for so long, and now you've got like the GTA guys who made a massive blunder with the whole Red Dead Online stuff, where they just kind of snoped out of it, didn't even finish it, and now they seem to be wanting to back that up with another big mistake.
Like, I saw something like last night. I just really wanted to play a game that sort of felt like, or similar to, like the Need for Speed Underground series.
Yeah.
And I'm like, looked it up. I'm like, oh yeah, I can. Oh, the 2016 Need for Speed's apparently very close to it. So I'm like, cool. Went on to it. It's like the only way I can get it on PlayStation is with the EA sort of subscription.
Yeah.
And I'm like, $8. I'm going to cancel it straight after. So I'm not paying it month after month. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll play it. Do this once because right now I do want to play a game like that. Can't even get it. I think there's a licensing issue.
Personally, would have gone to either Xbox or Steam.
True, yeah. But either way, it's like $8 was all I had to pay. And the thing is, I ended up installing like Need for Speed Heat because apparently that's like a close second to it. But I can't even download the 2016 Need for Speed. Like it seems like it's a licensing issue. Like it comes up with the error code, typed it in, and it's like, oh, it's sort of a licensing issue kind of thing. I'm like, cool. Why is it even on the store if no one can download it?
Yeah. Look,
so
as I said,
it was ridiculous. And then when I actually looked at it, like did the subscription, so I've got a month subscription now, $8.40 something. So again, bugger all. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay. Then what is if I go to their subscription section to see what games are available? It's like fucking 10 games.
Yeah,
like it's a fucking waste.
It's really not worth it.
Yeah.
But as I said, like Ubisoft, another massive blunderer.
Yep.
But like, it's just like gaming was in a good position, and now it seems like all of the people running it are doing their best to absolutely fuck it up and just
to destroy it. It's like, well, the thing is, the reason I wanted to, like, I have Need for Speed Rivals, and I'm like, it's never felt like the old, like,
can I
Underground 2. It's never felt like Carbon.
I've never really the old Need for Speed games when they were like back in the era of the PlayStation 2. I was like, oh yeah, they're fun.
Yeah,
but then I was just kind of like, they suck.
Look, I had a bit of fun with like Carbon and that sort of thing. It's like that's just what I wanted to play at the time, and like I don't know if there was a bit of a nostalgia thing or whatever, but like I just wanted to play something like that.
Forza.
Well, see, I thought of Forza, and I'm like, yeah, it's still not the right feel. It's still not the right feel when I'm playing it. So I'm like, let's see if I can get a Need for Speed that doesn't cost $100. It's relatively cheap and still it'll work. And I'm like, couldn't even get it. It was ridiculous.
No, but yeah, like as I said, I think that like that's kind of where we are. A lot of entertainment is just going from weakness to weakness.
Yeah,
for no apparent reason. And
like no one's sort of looking at it's like what made these strong in the first place. It's like no. So we made this change. Now we're sticking with it. Like that's the change nobody wanted.
Yeah, I think that's right. Anyway, I think that just about wraps us up on this Halloween-y of days.
Indeed.
Lots of nightmares happened today, guys.
Oh yeah.
Dodgers lost. That was a nightmare.
Oh, that was a big one for you.
Sebastian with human teeth. That was a nightmare.
That was something.
Real lobsters with human teeth, guy.
Oh.
And obviously the entire video game industry as a whole at the moment.
Yeah.
So, thank you for joining us, guys. If you've liked it, consider liking, sharing, commenting, or subscribing if you haven't already. If you want to see more from me and Kris, check out the rest of the channel. We play video games. We also have the podcast, which plays like this one, but on different weeks. It's crazy how that happens.
I know, right?
It's like you can have a look into the past and see how things were done. But guys, once again, thank you for joining us. I've been Darcy. He's Kris.
Yep.
And we'll catch you next time right here on the channel. Indeed. But until then, guys, see you later.
See ya.